Hey guys, welcome back to Rage of the Titans. We're going to go ahead and play episode 7 right now. See how far I can get before my daughter wakes up. But, okay, it says, even when we think we know everything about our loved ones, they always have a skeleton in the closet. This is very true. You know what I'm mad about right now, though? So people come to my door, they're late, they ring the doorbell. I look out, I don't know who you are. They go and they get back in their car. Fine, whatever. I'm not going to answer the door. Then some crazy girl comes and she's not crazy, but she comes and knocks after that and they're like beating on the door. I'm like, first of all, my daughter is trying to nap. I just got her down for a nap. I'm busy. I'm trying to record. I don't have time to sit here and listen to you spill about fucking solar panels. Don't stop coming to my door about this shit. Oh, I'm sorry. Shadows of truth. God, I'm gonna keep an ear out because my daughter is liable to start screaming at me at any moment. Tell me, what do you know about the Olympians? Also, I put some things together. So some people have been telling me in the comments that I can expect some surprises coming up either in this episode or the next episode after this one. So we'll see how I feel about that. But when I was going through and editing some of the previous episodes before I got here, some things started to come together. Because last time he mentioned that, like, a bunch of people got hurt in, like, ancient times with the Olympians. And then the episode before that, Hades was saying how Marshall was mad because, I can't think. Oh, because a bunch of people got hurt or something like that. And I'm wondering if it's the same event that we're talking about. And maybe Hades is still around as she is and it would say everybody but one. And I thought it was Zeus because I hate Zeus. So I assumed he skipped out. But what if Hades was the one who didn't get hurt and all the rest of them did? And what if, following that, it turns out that we have all of our friends who seem like reincarnations because all those Olympians died back then and now that we have the reincarnated forms of them. That's my theory I'm working with, okay? So now, let me go ahead and read so I can find out what the surprise is. This question puzzled me. The Olympians? Well, the books say they were the 12 major deities. Deities, one knows. They lived on Mount Olympus. I hesitated trying to figure out what Marshall wanted to hear from me, but I guess he wanted to lead me to the thought himself. Which battle was the biggest? The Titanomachy. The Olympians won, and the Titans ended up in Tartarus. What does that have to do with our case? Let me tell you something, okay? You're studying mythology, right? Yeah? So... Ooh, that's fun. Mighty Cronus was afraid his children would take power from him, so he devoured them mercilessly. I remember this story. And Gaia, his wife Rhea, wanted to save at least one of her children and went to the island of Crete, I don't know. That's where she gave birth to Zeus, hiding him from his cruel father. And I think she should give him a stone instead. I should be taking pictures of this stuff. I really should have. Okay, here we go. Quick. Okay, here we go. When Zeus grew up and matured, he rose against Cronus, making him disgorge his brothers and sisters. They took Zeus aside, and the great 10-year war known as Titanomachy began. Let's see if we get another one. Okay, here we go. The world split in two. Many took Cronus' side, but most supported Zeus. Many creatures perished, and even more were harmed, but in the end, the mighty Titans were overthrown. Oh, whoops. Oh, shoot. I took a screenshot before I turned it. Oh, okay. Don't worry about me. The gods chained them and imprisoned them in the depths of Tartarus forevermore. I should have got the picture then. I'm slipping. Okay. Here we go. The world was finally at peace and God started ruling and helping people. Helping, huh? I'll get some pictures, so I'll get some pictures I won't. But the ideal didn't last for long. Half a century later, new gods arrived on Olympus, and they were just as strong and powerful. They defeated the Olympians not by force, but by guile. Almost everyone who fought died. What? Oh, shoot. Didn't get in time. The ones who were lucky enough to survive had to join the new power. The epoch of the Olympians was over. The era of new gods started. I didn't hear about that part before. But that last part isn't in the books. Where'd you get it from? The books end like they do for a reason. People were convinced that gods just disappeared, became a tale. But even so, why would anyone hide if there was more to the story? The new gods don't interfere in people's lives. The source of their strength does not rely on human faith. I put my cold fingers on my temples. Somehow this info made my head ache violently. So everything written in textbooks, don't believe everything you read. Tell me more. How do you know? Who? Why? Although, let's move on. Okay. So I'm guessing this is one of those I can get to access almost at least 2 of these. And this one ends the conversation. Okay. How do you know? Who are these gods? Why are you only telling me now? That's number 1. I wasn't sure you'd understand me correctly. You can't just come over to someone and tell them, hey, gods exist, your brother might have been abducted by some of them. It does sound improbable. I'm not squinting at the fact that of his answer. I'm squinting. Well, I am squinting at the answer, but only because. So he thinks some of these new gods, so particularly maybe my friends, kidnapped my brother. So that was one of the lines I was thinking to begin with, particularly Murphy. And if Murphy was involved, then that means Adrian's involved, and Hades, and Persephone. Because something was their fault, but we don't know. So when they left that note, did they mean you're connected with it? Tell me more. Who? How do you know? I want to know how he knows, but I want answers on who these new gods are. I wish I knew. Damn it. Nothing is known about them. Not where they came from, not what powers they have. How is it possible? They are not like any known deities. They look almost human, but the power hidden in them. So you're saying they're stronger than the Olympians? Much stronger. Tell me more. Yeah, how do you know now? Firstly, I have a lot of archaeologist friends obsessed with history. I've read a lot. But you should not believe everything you read. Sure, not the children's encyclopedias where everything's rainbows and unicorns. And unofficially, I took part in these events myself. So you're saying you're one of the new gods? Well, then how do you not know who the other ones are? And what do you mean you took part? Well, then how did you take part? I raised my eyebrows skeptically, waiting for him to explain. Marshall smirked, realizing I was more inclined to believe the official version. Let's sort things one by one, okay? No, you can't just make a statement like that and then just leave it. Like, you were there when? It's like, why tell me you were there if you won't explain the events in more detail? And how that means you don't know the new gods if you weren't there. If you were supposedly there. That don't make no damn sense. Marshall got up from the floor and took my hand, dragging me up from the sofa. I guess my skeptical look convinced him he wasn't going to get away with just telling me a legend. You're not going to believe me just like that, are you? No. I mean, proof sounds reasonable. For her character, as far as she knows, this doesn't sound reasonable. I'm not doubting that he was there. I'm mad that he won't give me the rest of the answers. Because he knows a lot more than he just put out. Like, why are you giving me half-truths? Should I say I need proof? Okay. Let's go over what we know so far. These people around us, they always want you to believe in them and trust them blindly on have faith. So, but this could be humanity versus divinity. So far, I've been divinity. So if we want to get close to reveal their secrets, we need to pretend like we trust them. But I wonder if this divinity versus humanity, then this one might be divinity anyway. Because usually divinity versus are like, you kind of believe in stuff. You're more likely to be believing in, right? Let me try. Well, it's divinity. Too many strange things have been happening lately. So your explanation is at least clearing up the situation a bit. Alright, yeah, okay. Yeah, from that standpoint, okay. I was like, why would she think that was reasonable? So you don't think I'm crazy? I don't think you're crazy. I just think that you're lying by omitting the truth. I didn't say that. I'm glad you believe me. So get dressed. I just got undressed. I want to show you something. What? It's night. Where are you going to take me? I took a ride to a place. That's not a fucking answer. Bitch, I don't know you. And last time you took me to a place, you abandoned me there. I'll go in the next room so you can change. It's pretty chilly outside. No shit, we were just out there. Like, have you forgotten that was like 1 episode ago? And technically, this time, probably like 20 minutes. It's not how I intended to spend this evening, but if it clears up the situation somehow, I should go. He seems pretty sure in his words. Marshall headed to Tom's room, leaving me alone. I stare at the shelves of my wardrobe and I attempt to find something for the occasion. They're tripping out here. I will not be going nowhere with this asshole. They didn't give me a choice. Had they gave me a choice, I wouldn't be going nowhere. I like this little cardigan. I like the necklace, so I'm gonna wear this. Should be okay for this walk, but I need to do something with my hair. Do you though? You know, I like the style. I don't know if I like the color, but it's not bad. Something's off about it. Maybe because I just don't like her blonde. Oh. I like her with red hair though. The cut is like very blunt. Right now she's how she's dressed. She looks like very 90s, right? I kind of like this hair though. I like the style better than this one, I think. I usually like a ginger hairstyle. I usually go for that. However, I really like this style and I haven't seen something like this before in your story. I really like the cut here. Where the cut here is, it's just slightly strange. I really like this cut. Marshall, you can come back in. I'm all set. Yeah, I cut and styled and dyed my hair in like 5 minutes. He walked back into the room holding his phone. I think that outfit should work just fine. Were we talking to someone just now? It doesn't really matter right now. And you want me to get in the car with you? Do you understand? Like, these people just don't get it. Like, Shall we? Sure. With the apartment and got into Marshall's car. I would not be going anywhere with him. She crazy as hell. He was chatting about everything and nothing as we went, keeping the intrigue. To me, these people are just as shady. They try to make the story try to make Pierce out to be the most shady person in the story. Everybody else is just equally as shady as Pierce. Let's get that straight. No matter how much I tried to ask him about something about the destination, he evaded my questions. That means get out of the fucking car. And then he brings you here? And you kept walking? Dude, we wouldn't have got here. We wouldn't have left my apartment. Only when we had arrived did he finally return to the subject. Here we are. What do you think? Looked around. I think you need to drive me back home is what I think. Place looked pretty creepy. Did you just take me to some abandoned building in the middle of the night? I'm actually about to let you in on a big secret. Are you? Don't get me wrong, but are you going to bury me here with the secret? Right? Finally, you asking the right questions. It was hard not to notice the smile he was trying to hide. Still, Marshall stayed silent, unwilling to escalate the tension even more. You're escalating the tension by not giving me answers. I know, it looks weird. But everything will soon be clear. He returned to the car and opened the trunk, took out a large bag. A moment later, it was lying at my feet. So what is it? Promise me you won't panic, okay? You do realize you're making it worse, right? Of course. I just want to ease you into it. You find the truth sooner or later anyway. And I'd rather you learn it from someone you can trust. You think that's you? Can I trust him though? Why does everything have to be so complicated? Most seemed to read my thoughts. He leaned down and took a big shit out of the bag. So hesitant on whether or not you should trust me? Yeah. I brought you here to talk. Do you really think I would harm you? I don't know shit about you. You brought me here to talk? Why do we have to talk here? You had that shield in your car. Already. You could have pulled that out then. See, here's where they want me to go on blind faith and be like, oh yeah, of course. No, I believe that you wouldn't hurt me. Dude, we don't know him from Sunday. This doesn't make sense. We don't know shit about this dude, and he's not giving me any answers. He said he's gonna give me answers in this abandoned building. This is creepy as fuck. You realize this, right? Like, they try to put a cute face on him, and so I'm just supposed to follow this around blindly and be like, okay, whatever. But this is creepy as fuck. Like, really. This is creepy. You know what? Enough is enough. I don't know if you'll hurt me or not. Oh, wait, I clicked the wrong thing. Oh, I was going to click the other one. No. Oh. I wanted to say I don't know what to believe. In my head, I was thinking I was going to click, oh, no, I don't believe that I don't have any faith that you won't hurt me. Oh, my God. He exhaled with relief. I'm glad to hear it. Shut the fuck up. Let's just keep going. Consider how strange it all looks. Marshall, look, I see you're in person. Do you? But your rules make me doubt if I should have come here at all. I think we should move on to the point. Sure, right. For a second he hesitated and looked around. Guess he was trying to find a point to start. Let me first explain what I want from you. And then I'll show you, okay? What? Okay. But please hear me out first. I nodded, watched him take several steps back and put the shield in front of him. Look, when the Olympians lost, the new gods decided to stay out of humans' business. But they also had to create a veil to prevent humans interfering in God's business. A veil? Mortals cannot see what is divine. Have you hit your head or something? No. It's just that many things are hidden from human eyes, and you have to try really hard to see them. That's why I brought you here. To try? Marshall smirked. He waved at the abandoned building. I want you to tell me what you see. I approached the door slowly, closed my eyes, and reached out. At first nothing happened, but at some point I felt the air started to warm up. As if I was touching something invisible. But the moment I opened my eyes, the sensation was gone. You felt something, didn't you? Yes, it was like something very soft and warm, like Ether? Yes, something of the sort. I can't explain. Turned around and looked at Marshall. He nodded contently. You chose a good way. Is he saying I chose a good way because I'm on the path of divinity and not humanity? You reached instinctively for something you failed to see the first time. And that's good, right? Of course, it's a good way to see the truth. He approached me and raised his shield again. What's that for? Now look here. What do you see? A normal shield. Am I supposed to see anything else? Look closer. Marshall just stood there holding the shield up. I didn't fully understand why he asked me to look at it until I paid closer attention. Almost half a minute passed before I could focus on the object, or at what it really looked like. Hold on. I think... My gaze slowly pushed through the veil, layer after layer. Instead I was looking at not so normal shield after all. Incredible. Oh. That's pretty dope. Do you finally see it? Look at this engraving. Where did you... How? I made it myself. Do you like it? Are you Hephaestus? I mean, yeah, it's dope. It's really great craftsmanship, but how is this possible? Marshall smiled wildly, clearly happy with my reaction. His eyes lit up. A little skill, some time, and a good durable shit. Well, Hephaestus is one of the old gods, so no, he wouldn't be Hephaestus. Maybe the new Hephaestus? And a good durable shield is ready to go. Or maybe he's not a god at all. But he said he was there. Does he remember his old life? Or like have certain parts of the memories and not all of the memories? It's been almost a week making this handsome guy. That's not all. Glad you like his work. What else? Look. He approached the building. At first nothing happened, but the moment he lowered his foot on the stairs, the space started distorting, as if his touch makes reality fade away. Everywhere his hand touched the facade, the building changed. The old walls became clear, revealing their hidden shape. The broken windows proved to be clear, and cracks in the bas relief were painted on their own. I was going to click. Are you coming? Reality kept washing away. I was standing in front of something completely different from the old abandoned building now. It's some sort of magic. Maybe I'm dreaming? I pinched my hand lightly to make sure it wasn't a dream. But no, even a little sting of pain didn't make the vision go away. Marshall opened the doors, inviting me in, and I couldn't say no. I walked inside looking around. Marshall put his shield down in a corner and walked the room. Strange, I thought I put my swords away last time I was here. Maybe somebody else was here. I walked around the hall slowly. My thoughts started tangling up as I was trying to accept what was going on. How is this possible? How does he know all this? I turned to Marshall. I should really be taking pictures. He was standing behind my back, examining something on the wall, smiling, not paying any attention to me. It's been a while since I've been here. I've missed my workshop. Workshop? That's a good one for a thumbnail. And that's when an entirely different thought hit me. Who the hell are you? He turned around sharply, taken by surprise by this question. Oh, right, I forgot to introduce myself. I talked through so much but forgot to say my name. Immediately he was right next to me. Hephaestus in the flesh. I thought he was Hephaestus. So he's one of the old Olympians then. So he's Hephaestus. I thought so when they said the shield. So it definitely means our friends for sure, or gods. But we don't know if they're old or new gods. And maybe it's the new gods that are hunting us. And we're going to take it down with the help of the Olympians. And maybe my friends are the old Olympians because they died before and they reincarnated. So if it's the fact that do they know? Well, they obviously know a lot more than they've been telling me. But what do I have to do with it, me and my brother? And my brother has been researching it, and he figured it out. Because maybe he saw something in the veil that he wasn't supposed to see. Something in the ether. And that's why he started being obsessed with researching all about it and finding out who we were. Maybe. Glad to finally meet you officially. He offered me his hand for a handshake, but I was at a loss and forgot to answer the gesture. My thoughts were occupied by something else. No, hold on. Hephaestus? What's that noise? The Hephaestus? Do you know many Hephaestuses? That's a Hephaestus. But you imagine me to look different. In the books you look... I told you. Don't believe the books. You're about to find out many more things that you won't find in them. So everything you told me is true? I took a step back. The realization hit me with a migraine. I put my fingers on my temples again. Somewhere far away I heard thunder. Oh no. Oh, I guess it's the beginning for you. Don't tell me I'm the one doing that. Because last time she had a migraine, thunder went off. What do you mean? The thunder. Oh no. Please don't tell me I'm Zeus's child. Please no. No. What are you trying to say? At this stage, new questions usually appear. We have some time left and I'm ready to answer yours. Finally? Tom heard the thunder too. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so this implies I may get to ask them all. Let's do the most present thing. Did he have headaches? Yes, when I came home he wasn't feeling well. Well, it's pretty common. The thunder helps us understand when someone's about to discover the truth. Okay. So it may not mean I have thunder powers and I may not belong to Zeus's family. Good. Alright, apologies, a lot just happened. So my mom called me, and subsequently just called me to talk a little bit louder, and I start to laugh because her and my dad are just being crazy. But then, as you can see, Alice woke up, so she's back there in her swing, and I know there's a little chime in the back, so I'll try to turn the music up from the game to blot it out quite a bit. Yeah. So I'm trying to extend her nap just a little bit longer, maybe 30 minutes, because it's not quite time for her to eat. But anyway, sorry. I do have a plan. So her grandmother, not my mom, but my husband's mother, is gonna start watching her on Fridays. So I'm gonna set some time apart to try to record without all the mini disruptions. So that's my plan. Anyway, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so this thunder, hopefully not tied to Zeus. Okay, here we go. So you learned what you just told me? The probability is very high, but I'll be more sure once I find out what happened to him. Why'd you say some time left? Because now that I've told you about it, you're in danger. Well, apparently I was in danger before, though. From now on, you have to be extremely cautious in your actions. Couldn't you have warned me earlier? You got involved in it anyway. This way you at least have their general information. But you still could have warned me before anyway. You knew that I was researching, trying to get involved. Like, you knew that before. So, no, the question still stands. You couldn't have warned me earlier. Like, this is outside of my province for now. What do you mean by your province? I can't pull all the cards on the table at once. I don't know many things either. And you'll have to discover some things on your own. Okay. I don't know yet. I've got some guesses, but I doubt they can help you at this point. Your answer wasn't really helpful either. He laughed and sat on the table. Well, you're right about that. Actually, since you ended up in this mess, there's something very special about you. The Fates don't joke around with stuff like this. Are you talking about the goddesses of destiny? Are they real too? Of course. I think you're about to meet them. I rolled my eyes, but Hephaestus didn't seem fazed by it. Your brother was abducted because he knew too much. At least that's what I think. So what's the conclusion? Most likely you're being followed. As we drove here, I didn't see anyone, but there's a good chance someone might come here. Hephaestus said it so casually I felt a spasm of irritation. It's working out all too smartly. Tom found out something that might have gotten him abducted. Could they think I know something? Even if I don't? At this point, my head started spinning. I tried to catch the table, but failed. The room was upside down before my eyes. Hey, what's the matter? Hey. I was preparing to feel the coldness of the floor with my back, but at the last moment, Hephaestus managed to catch me. He fell to his knees, holding me in his arms. What's the matter? Is your headache that bad? I nodded weakly, trying to get up. The first attempt wasn't successful, so I stopped. I sank to the floor and leaned against Hephaestus' shoulder, waiting for this place to stop spinning. Are you sure you're okay? Can you get up? What? You want me to spend gems on him? I don't want to. I don't want to. So I'm not going to. You guys can tell me what that scene's about. But from the music change, it sounds like getting closer to somebody, and I'm still upset about the lies. So I don't plan on pursuing him. I don't like his approach to the situation. Like at all. Like, I don't know. I don't get good vibes. I've always liked the god Hephaestus, so it's kind of a shame. It's kind of a shame. But, okay. Thank you. Hephaestus helped me up. After he made sure I could maintain my balance, he took to rummaging through his stuff. Suddenly I heard voices coming from the street. That was some really weird laughter. With each second they grew louder. Hold on. He approached the window and peeked from the side. And he swore under his breath and turned to me. What's the matter? Hush. I told you someone might have followed us. I hate when I'm right. He approached me quickly and took me on my shoulders. His grip was very strong and his eyes were preoccupied and serious. Listen up. I'm about to go outside and distract them. But who are they? No time to explain. Whatever you hear or see now must remain unnoticed at all costs. Got it? Yes? Say it again. We have time for this? He shook me and snapped me into my senses. I got it, I swear. Alright, when it's quiet again, return to the city. I'll find you as soon as I can. He walked outside before I had a chance to say goodbye. I was left alone at the workshop. What do? Listen? Obviously. Now that's a gem choice I will buy. I approached the window, mirroring Hephaestus' moves. I love how we just like totally dropped the martial name. We're just calling him Hephaestus. That's helpful. At first it was hard to see anything in the darkness, but when my eyes got used to it, I've made out two figures. It's been a while, right, pal? What the fuck are you wearing? So it says YSI 70. Your Story Interactive 70. 70 what? It's not like it's been around for 70 years. It's been more than 70 days, too. Anybody know what the 70 mean? It's been a while, right, pal? It's a shame you haven't visited us for a while. What the fuck is up with your way you're dressed, dude? What the hell? Oh, you got here with your Limp Biscuit looking. Did you miss me so much you followed me? Come on, pal. Can you stop calling him pal? That's so weird. We had to make sure you wouldn't do anything stupid. Besides, she approached him and put her hand on his shoulder. He just didn't react to it at all. Why isn't he doing anything? They came out to an abandoned building outside in the city in the middle of the night just for him. Who the hell are they anyway? Come on, Marshall. Don't play stupid. You know we have something to discuss. How's the investigation going? Investigation? Are you talking about Tom? I'm on leave. What a shame. It's okay, we'll fix it quickly. Let's go. You know what will happen if you disobey. Voices died down at once. After 7 minutes of silence, I dared to look outside, but I didn't see anyone. I think they left. And to get out of here. I would wait at least half an hour just to be sure. Not thinking for another second, I opened the door and stepped outside. So that's the problem. Without thinking, you've done a little bit of that. Not as much as some other characters, but you've done a little bit of that. And it might land you in trouble. We always need to be thinking, okay? It was cold, so cold it was frozen to my bones, it seemed. That sounds like an unnatural cold. As I looked around, I didn't spot a soul. They're definitely gone. Okay, I hope you're right. I pushed my phone in my pocket and noticed several missed calls from Theo. It was probably too late to call back. What should I do? We might as well call him. I mean, he cannot answer if he's asleep. Maybe he has something urgent? I mean, because he called several times. So I assume it might be urgent. He might want you to get back to him as soon as possible. So, Theo answered me almost immediately. His voice sounded way too worried. Are you alright? I wasn't sure how to answer this question, so I decided to keep it as neutral as I could. She's not sleeping at all. Oh no. Oh boy. Explain everything now? He just won't believe me. I'm fine. Why'd you call? After you came to see him, Shane started acting weirdly. He's nuts. He's packing up his stuff and screaming he wants to leave. I just wanted to ask if you knew what was up. No, but I guess I should come. I'll be waiting for you. I called a taxi and headed back to the city, to the dorms. Well, he said crap. Last time we talked to Shane, he was like, crap, they're already here. So he probably meant these two fools who've been following me in Hephaestus. Because I'm guessing these two were like, what, new gods? Well, he said he didn't know what the new gods were, but we still don't trust him. So these two could be new gods. He could just been lying, because you know everybody does that in the story. But so I'm concerned. So I mean, we should have kind of a clue what's going on with Shane. He says he's an old man. I wonder which character he was before. I don't know. The door to Shane's room is unlocked. As I touched the handle, Theo's voice came from behind. He's gone. I almost jumped from surprise. After Hephaestus' revelations, everything seemed different and a little scary. He left about 10 minutes ago. Theo was standing with his back against the wall and eyeing me fixedly. You scared me. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Like, were you standing there the whole time and she just didn't notice you? Or did you just walk up and stand there against the wall and be like, oh, he's gone. Are you sure you didn't mean to scare me? Because it kind of seemed like you did. You could have been like, as you was walking up, oh, hey. Sorry, I don't trust anybody in this game. Sorry, I didn't mean to. How did you get past the housemaster? I guess I got lucky. I looked at the door. So what do I do now? I need to find him. What? Do you know if he plans to come back? As far as I know, and I quote, "To hell with it, I'm out. I don't want to die in horrible agony." What do you mean? Was he still afraid? What if they found him? What if the same people Hephaestus talked to? I shivered. Theo noticed it. Are you cold? Come into my room. Last thing we need is for you to be spotted here. Well, then I should probably leave. And I didn't walk into his room. They're supposed to be friends, okay? Theo followed me, picking up stuff lying around. Don't mind the mess. What mess? My roommate is not back yet, so we'll be alone for now. I took my shoes off and walked further in. The room looked rather cozy compared to Shane's. It was more spacious and less messy. That's what I'm saying, what mess? Came to the table and is he like a neat freak? Came to the table and realized my hands were shaking. Hey, what's the matter? Is it that cold outside? Sure, cold, outside. The thought seemed too naive to me. Theo has no idea what just happened. Where could they have taken Hephaestus to? I hope he's okay. Thoughts kept gnawing at my brain, but Theo pulled me to his bed and made me sit down. He immediately gave me a mug of hot tea and sat on the floor opposite me. I took a sip and put it down by my side. Where'd you get the tea? When'd you have the time, right? The kettle just boiled. I hope it warmed you up. Sorry for showing up so unexpectedly. Nah, it's finally here. Not the craziest stuff happening in this dorm. Like what? You've only been here for a couple of days. It doesn't stop my neighbors from the top floor for throwing parties, though they're suspiciously quiet tonight. Looked at his watch and sighed displeasedly. It's late. Just stay here. We'll talk in the morning. What? You wouldn't rush to the door in the middle of the night if it wasn't so important. I can tell by the way you look that you had an exhausting day, so it all can wait. You can take my bed. He got up, turned the lights off, and sat back down. What about you? I'll sit here until you fall asleep. You shouldn't, or thank you. What does that mean? Why do I have to pay gems to say thank you? What does this do? You shouldn't what? Sit there? I'm confused. Just getting drowsy. Okay. I really appreciate it. Theo smiles. He switched his position to get more comfortable. I covered myself with his blanket and looked at him. What's the matter? Are you remembering our school sleepovers? I've never forgotten them. Theo smirked as he noticed my hair tousled across the pillow. He leaned closer and delicately, as if he was afraid to scare me, fixed a strand of my hair. Remember that time Jason ate too much sour candy at one of the sleepovers? No, because you didn't tell me? Hell yeah, he could hardly eat anything for like a week. Poor guy. Murphy kept buying pizza for lunch and teasing him. Heather was the only one who didn't bother him then. She was doing her whole thing with healthy nutrition, right? And do you remember? We kept recalling stories from our childhood. The more distracted I was, the more I calmed down. I actually wish you would actually just tell me those stories. So I could feel like I understand how they were bonding in the past, because you haven't explained that to me in the story at all. So, how are you? Warmed up now? Feeling better? Yeah, I'm alright. He smiled, looking to the side. In the nightlight, he looked so calm, so earthly. Earthly. Does that mean he's a god, has to deal with, like, earth powers? I guess that's what I needed. Some normal life. No gods, no strangeness. No gods. Just a couple of minutes to feel normal again. Theo kept talking, but his voice slowly grew more and more distant. Soon I fell asleep. Alright, that was friendly enough. I'm not trying to romance him. This music, though. The night was restless. I kept dreaming about the night's events, the workshop, Hephaestus, the truth he tried to reveal. I woke up sharply from a loud knock on the door. Then came silence again. Maybe it was my imagination? I was hearing things in my sleep. Theo fell asleep sitting by the bed. His head was on the pillow and the rest of his body was positioned awkwardly on the floor. The knock came again. Dude, when the music cuts out like that, that's kind of scary. Now someone was banging on the door for sure. Theo just mumbled something but didn't wake up. As usual, nothing can wake him up. I got up from the bed slowly and headed to the door. A strange feeling of dread crept under my skin. After everything Hephaestus had told me, my universe seemed to be falling apart. I won't wake Theo up. Who would come here so early? What if... Knocking didn't stop. The moment I approached the door and turned the handle, I heard a dog quietly whining from out in the street. The door opened and I saw the visitor. Hello there. I'm glad they gave me a friend option with Theo. I don't trust him, but he hasn't made me mad yet. So, okay, this episode wasn't bad. I'll give it 4 stars. She's still not asleep. Okay. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this part right here. So I didn't think about what to do. I don't know right now if I have time to play the next one right now. But anyway, okay. So we learned some stuff, not a lot of stuff. But now I'm wondering even more if... So, okay, so he said he was part of it back then because... Well, obviously because he made everybody use weapons and stuff. I'm still wondering if he's been reincarnated, though. I don't know. And I'm just assuming that Hades hasn't been reincarnated, but she could have been. And maybe they just reincarnated to look the same as they did back then. But he's seen my friends, and he's seen these 2 people, but he said that he didn't know who the new gods were. So are these people, are we supposed to believe these people are just working with the new gods and they're not the new gods? And furthermore, that my friends aren't the new gods either? I have a lot of questions. I don't know. Tell me some theories. Or maybe I should go look up some theories if I have time. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and show like buttons and love. Subscribe to see more content like this, and I will see you next time. Bye!